We live.
Sundays and Wednesdays, yeah. 8 o'clock on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. It's the crew and you. Let's go.
You can't get any better.
Best thing about it, the way he did it the right way.
With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
Do y'all have anything to say about
What up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. Congratulations to my dog, Chuck Little John, the OG.
Y'all didn't notice I've been changing hats all night, have you?
No.
You've been doing
That
it.
was
And so look, let me tell you, those dudes were the first one that I ever seen with the full tracksuit and no drawers. You know what I'm saying?
Understand that you can be at the bottom, you can be anything you want to be, and when that happens, you can be a champion like me.
you imagine 100 people just all yelling?
With the crew and you, to the crew and you. With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
What up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. I'm your boy G. To my right hand side, we got the Caters, most hot and spicy. Y'all know my boy always representing the food brand, Corey Davis. What's up, big homie?
What's happening? What's happening? Gonna take the dome.
It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day, man.
Actually, it was.
Weather's nice, man. It's like everybody is finally getting back to some kind of normality. With the storm, I see the OG's power's back on, but he still hasn't got his Wi-Fi back connected correctly. So he will be missed on the show today. But we will try to hold it down, man, along with our other crew members out there, the you of the crew and you, man. So we appreciate y'all that's out there. Corey, do you want to do the honors of being OG today on this?
Look, I'm gonna try my best. Today is the day where we, celebrate getting halfway through the week. The OG likes to call it Hump Day, but I want to call it Bump Day because I'm gonna bump him while he ain't here. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm just joking. But nah, it's Hump Day, everybody. Hump Day. I don't do it like the OG do, but you know what I'm saying? Because my man is missing, I call it Caitlin Clark Day. I know, right?
Oh, look, get the triple on early if he was on the show. Look, I love it. So let's go ahead and, man, welcome everybody out there. James Little John, Phil Harris, Roddy Little John, Kanisha Davis, my dad Larry Wright, anybody else that may be out there, man. Make sure y'all put your name in the chat. Hey, this is an interactive show. We like to be able to interact with you, man. So put your name in the chat so we can say what's up to you. Everybody on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Remember, when you come to the channel, tell a friend, bring a friend, and when you come, don't come by yourself. This is episode 37, season 5. We got a great show for you, man. We're going to go over NFL game picks, of course, because we have a big game coming on tomorrow, Thursday night game that I'm sure Corey is excited about. And then also we're going to talk about the WNBA. I do want to touch on that too. There's been some firings, and I don't know if there have been fair firings that happened. We'll jump into
Firings?
Firings. Yes, fire.
Okay.
Yeah,
multiple. More plural.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. And then we'll talk about, yesterday was the NBA media day for the players. So we're getting ramped up for preseason basketball. It's starting up, man. So
2 weeks.
Yeah. Actually, Friday. I think Friday is a game.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's starting now, man. But I do want to know, there was a late trade we didn't get to talk about. Big Cat going to the New York Knicks, man. So I want to get your opinion on that, and everybody else's opinion on that as well. So got some good stuff, man. We're gonna try to get through this show in a timely fashion, man. So, but before we do, we definitely have to give our wonderful sponsor a huge shout out, Mr. Alvin Jamison. Are you in the market for a new home or looking to refinance your conventional, FHA, or VA loan? The crew and you have the perfect guy for you, the mortgage guy, Alvin Jamison. That's right, Alvin Jameson at alvinjameson.com. You can also reach him as we do at 404-587-9033. Financing a home can be one of the biggest investments you can make. Go with the one, the crew, and you trust, Alvin Jameson. And when you reach out to him, let him know you heard it from the crew and you. Absolutely. Once again, thank you, Mr. Alvin Jameson, for being a wonderful sponsor of our very first segment. Before we go ahead and jump into our topics, man, the Road Warriors. Oh, Lord. He know better. He know better. He know better. Road Warriors Sports Travel, along with the TCY crew, we're doing our first tailgate, man. I know we talked about it. We haven't really jumped into the real details of it all, but it's happening. It's happening November 3rd, right across from where the players and Arthur Blank and the buses enter. Will be across the street. We're going to start our tailgate. We're going to have music. We're going to have food. We're going to have drinks. No alcoholic drinks. If you want to bring your drink, you can bring you something. But I'm not going to have any drinks. We have some soda and some water. But it's going to be fun, man. We're going to get everything started around 9 o'clock. Get there when you can, man. We're going to have TVs out there for the people that aren't going to go to the game. They just want to sit out there and tailgate and have fun and fellowship with the other people that's out there, man. Everybody, please come out, man. Everybody been asking about, are we still doing it? Are we tailgating? Is it going to be? Yes, we are. You're going to see Corey and I out there. The OG may be in town as well, man. So come and hang out with us. You know, we don't get to hang out with y'all often, man. So please come out and do this. This is going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Corey?
Yeah, I agree. Look, I agree. Matter of fact, it's to be one of my first, to tailgate as a Falcon slash how would I put this Cowboy supporter. If I was a supporter, I ain't never been a hater, but you know what I'm saying, Cowboy supporter. So it will be, I see Cowboy. How would I put this? Cowboy supporters in every venue or a game that I go to. There's always a Cowboy person, so it's going to be interesting to see how Cowboys tailgate. So
yeah, absolutely, man. And I got a bunch of Falcon fans that said they're gonna show up, to the tailgate. So right now that we're pretty much outnumbered for Cowboy fans, but it's expected because we are in the ATL, man. So it's going to be expected to be to be more of a Atlanta fan base, man. So I'm excited though. I'm excited for it. It should be fun. Just show up. There is a cost, that it will be. We are charging $20. And if you can, donate whatever you can. If you can't make it, man, just donate something, man. So we appreciate it. We appreciate it. Knisha said, "Boy, we are not Cowboy supporters. What are you talking about? Look here."
I'm as a. Let me tell you something. What I've noticed is, or what I have to adopt is the fact that, and see, my wife, she'll tell you this. We'll be somewhere, and somebody will say something to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Half the time I don't know who they are. I know them because hey, you mean with G, don't you? Yes. And then, what I have to be is cordial. I gotta be, supportive. I gotta listen to their side of the story. I gotta understand. Listen, Pittsburgh fans. I got some Carolina fans. I mean, it's a bunch of them out there. But we always have to be able to listen and be supportive that this is their team. I have my own. I listen to my wife trash about. Excuse me. My wife commentating about her Cleveland Browns.
Right.
Hey, so yeah.
Yeah. So, we listen to Dolphin fans. We listen to doggone Steelers fans, like you said. Rod, you on here right now. How you feeling this weekend, G? Not feeling great, man. Not feeling great. We got some people out, but we will jump into that in a little bit. We'll jump into that a little bit. I sent the invite out to our guy Steve-O. Hope we get an opportunity to meet Steve-O. And hope he responds back, man, and shows up for that too as well. I haven't seen him in a while, but
and that's the thing with this platform that we create for people to enjoy. For us, they listen to us, we support them, they support us. Gotta be support. So yes, I support.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. All right. So we will have to start the show off on a little bit of a somber note, man. Um, and I
Dang,
yeah,
come on.
and I thought I had it on here. I don't have it on here, but we've had some greats pass over the last couple of years, man. And starting with the Hall of Famer, um, one of the best defenders to ever play in the NBA, um, one who's um, not just made the Hawks a great squad or a contending squad, but the Philadelphia 76ers, the Denver Nuggets, um, a supporter of his country. He's given a lot, a philanthropist,
Big for them.
big
Yeah.
philanthropist, man. And um, our prayers and our condolences go out to the entire Mutombo family. The Kimbe Mutombo passing from brain cancer at the age of 58 just 2 days ago, man. So our definite prayers go out to him, to him and his family. Corey, do you have a great moment that you can share with us about the Kimbe man? Just a person or a player he is.
You know what? I don't, but my wife does. I think, my wife met him, in the line of work that she does with immigration. She's seen him and met him on more than one occasion, and I've heard great stories through her.
Mhm.
When she would come home, guess what I met? Then I would see photos that they've taken at the job, but I didn't know him personally, but from what she was telling me, he was a wonderful man, and obviously from the outcry from the NBA and the NBA world, and
Mhm.
outside of that, he really affected a lot of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Absolutely, man. I can recall a story like Michael Jordan. Um, you know, the Kimbe was kept on telling him, like, you're not gonna dunk on me. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
you're not gonna dunk on me. And
yeah.
Michael made it his passion to make sure he got him at least one time, man. And
Dunk on the Kimbe. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, man. And because if
You never dunk on me.
no,
Yeah,
no. He was the first one I can recall doing the finger wave. No, no,
yeah,
no.
yeah.
And a lot of people have adopted that, man. So um, the Kimbe man, rest easy, young fella, man. And
He
you
kept that low, bro, on that brain cancer, bro. He kept it. His camp kept it to themselves.
they did. Another person that kept it to themselves, another camp that kept it to themselves as well is John Amos, the actor. Um,
Good time.
Yeah, Good Times, the father of Good Times, James Evans. Everybody may know him from that. They may have known him from Mr. McDowell.
Yeah.
From Coming to America as well, man. So our deepest condolences goes out to the Amos family. I believe he passed in August, but it just now came out that he passed away. And I thought I had heard something before about it, um, but sad news.
His, like I said, his buddy and what they call thespian, James Earl Jones. 4 days, before him, they was in the movie Coming to America together. They also in Roots together. Um, so
Oh,
like I said, yeah, they've been knowing each other for years and years. You know what I mean? So, so like I said, they both died in that same week and a half or something like that.
mhm.
Um, but while we doing it, I want to throw one out to you, and I want to ask you a question. I want to give because I'm a baseball fan. My man Pete Rose, Charlie Hustle himself, he passed away. I know it's been controversial his last 25 years outside of the game of baseball, but
Mhm.
his numbers were staggering. You know what I'm saying? Sort of like how they hold hostage, not the fact of what you did in the game, but what you did to the game, which I definitely understand. Now, my question to you is, and I don't know how much you know about Pete Rose, but you do know that he had some outstanding numbers. If you were a beat writer, if you had a vote, if you had a say, in the Hall of Fame? From what you know with the controversy of, baseball is, you don't bet on the game. Um, if you were a beat writer, would you, with his numbers, like I said, the closest person to him with 3,000 hits, I can't remember who they said, but he has over 4,000 hits. That man played for 23 years, and I mean, it's like I said, his numbers are staggering. But would you vote him in, or would you have voted him in while he was living, or either, like I said, in death?
Absolutely, absolutely. Just numbers alone, like you said, are staggering. The impact that he's had for Major League Baseball speaks for itself. And yeah, he made a mistake. He bet on his own team,
On himself, right.
on himself about winning. It was a mistake. I From what I've heard, because like I said, I'm not really, I'm a novice when it comes to baseball. But what I heard, they have rapists in the Hall of Fame. They have uh, racist people in the Hall of Fame. They have people that have beaten their wives in the Hall of Fame. So I think it's a double standard. I heard because he wasn't really nice to the media, that they're really holding that grudge to him, kind of like they did Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely, man. If I was a beat writer, I definitely would have him in there, man. I don't believe that this is something that should have cost him the Hall of Fame. And it was something that he passionately wanted to be into,
Yeah.
So
I appreciate that. Yeah.
my guy Jesse Holly said it's a lifetime ban, right?
Yeah.
So he should get in now because he's
So
deceased.
so let me tell you. So some people always say, when you're alive, like you say, it is a lifetime ban. But in order to see your accomplishments come to life, you want to see yourself. Somebody put that jacket on. You want to see them that bust, and you want to see all the work that you gave to the game as a kid up until your career was over. You want to be able to see that, and then to put you in the hall. Not saying it's a bad thing, but to put you in the hall after you died, sometimes it's a slap in the face, but it does show that you are recognized. And I think we've talked about this before with being in the hall, and then then they put an asterisk by your name. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. But I, like I'm similar with Bonds. Though they felt like he may have juiced, but you still got to have the skills to hit the ball. You still got to have the skills to steal the base. You still got to have the skills to complete that cycle. Do that thing over and over and again. With 158 games or 162 games, whatever it is, that's a long time. And then to do that, like Charlie Hustle, to do it for 22 years. And man, it's like I said, that's an amazing feat, regardless of what you do. I mean, put an asterisk by it or whatever, but yeah, don't keep them from what they impacted on the game, either negative or positive.
Right. My dad says, man, would you put him in the same boat as Barry Bonds? Is Barry Bonds not in the Hall of Fame?
No, Barry Bonds is not in the hall yet.
Wow.
Yeah, he's still got a few years of eligibility. I think like with baseball, they only give you a few years to be eligible. Then they take your name off the ballot. And I think he's getting pretty close. Him, Sammy
McGwire.
Sosa, McGuire. Yeah, none of them guys are in. They were, Yeah, they were in that juicing era that they called it. But now at the time, but they got to be fair with this. Even if they called it juicing era, which we know, like I said, now Barry Bonds, to his credit, I'm gonna say this here, he was never found guilty, never caught. They just looked at his body structure and said that he's got to be juicing. Same way with Mark McGuire, same way with Sammy Sosa, same way with a few other guys that they claim that did that. The only person that they know for sure, was Griffey. Griffey never did any of that because Griffey did have a problem with being hurt a lot of times. Now, what they did, say when you're juicing, you don't get hurt. Your body's at full body mass, muscle, and all that. You don't get hurt or not. if Griffey didn't get hurt as much as he did, he probably would have had, more home runs than all three of them also. But it still takes skill to hit 100-mile-per-hour fastball. You know what I'm saying? It still takes skill to continuously hit that ball. Tony Gwynn was amazing. Was an amazing hitter. But no, I don't think that they're the same, but you still have to have a skill to hit the ball. Barry Bonds was a home run hitter. Pete Rose was a base hitter. You know what I'm saying? The closest base hitter to him was Tony Gwynn. And I think Tony Gwynn had 3,000. He had 4,200. Yeah, man, that's a lot. It's a lot of base hit. You know what I'm saying? So,
wow. 4,200. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, man. So, my number might be a little bit off, but I know he had over 4,000 hits, man.
Yeah, that's impressive. That's
yeah, man.
Impressive, man.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, so definitely rest in peace to the great, legendary Pete Rose. What you call him, Charlie Walker? What do you call him?
Charlie Hustle. They call him Charlie Hustle.
Charlie
Hustle.
Hustle.
when you hit that, hey man, that's that Charlie Hustle in him. So that was his nickname on the gridiron. Not gridiron, on the baseball diamond.
Okay. Kadisha says, man, not the same category. Using a substance to enhance your ability isn't the same as betting on yourself. Pete is more deserving in her opinion. That's fair.
I can go with that too. Yeah, because if you betting on yourself,
right.
Hey, I'm finna get 3 hits tonight. Yeah,
right.
You sure, Pete? Hey, I can't bet on nobody but myself.
Right. Right. Yeah. I like it. I like it.
So let me say this here real quick, and then we get off of it.
Okay.
What his problem was in the 80s, late 70s and early 80s, was he had a gambling problem. And this was before people acknowledged that there was a gambling problem. That's when he finally admitted it over 25 years, he said, I didn't know what it was, but yeah, I bet, but I had a gambling problem. You know what I'm saying? This is before.
Was he in gambling debt? Or was he just excited? Okay.
Yeah. He just betting on him. He was, like I said, they excited that the people that have problem is I can win again. Or like, I lost tonight, but I'm doubling down. We playing Dallas. Whoever.
Right.
I'm winning. I'm getting hits. I'm. So he was betting on himself, but yeah, he had a problem. He had a gambling problem.
Yeah.
So this is before people realized that gambling was an addiction.
Okay.
So that was his problem. And then he finally, as most addicts will do, no, I didn't do it. Then he finally admitted, when he was like, listen, I want to be in the hall, but in order for me to do that, I got to tell you what it was. I had a problem.
Right. Right.
So
he fessed up years down the line, right? He kept on denying, and that's what kind of made everybody upset. I kind of remember that now.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. So they were like, listen, man, a lot of these beat writers, they wanted to break the story. They wanted to say, listen, you're wrong for this. You desecrated the game. Like I said, with baseball, that was always the cardinal rule. And like I said, they do it for football and basketball too, but you don't bet on the game. But nobody said, listen, I'm good. I can bet on myself. We've had people that have destroyed the game by betting on themselves and tanking the game. This dude I'm winning. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting 4 hits. I'm getting 10 runs or whatever it is. He bet on himself. And that's where, like I said, it's become a bit convoluted. But I do agree with my wife. It is a difference in trying to enhance the skill. He didn't have to do that. He betted on himself to win games, or, I know he never betted to lose. Right. Always betted to win. So
that's awesome, man. I hate that he didn't get in before he passed away, man.
Right.
You get to, like you said, wanted to be able to see the fruits of the work that you put in. Like my homegirl Tawanda McCullough. Welcome on, T. She got to see the fruits of her labor as retiring from the company that she worked for after 20 plus 30 years. So, T, I hope you're enjoying your retirement. Well deserved. Welcome on as well. All right.
Sure.
Hey,
always nice to me.
Always, man. Always. Let's transition on to the NBA.
No doubt.
And some teams have bet on themselves by adding players, and some didn't. Some just left their team the same and said, let's run it back. This team made a good run last year in the New York Knicks. They trade away a hurt player from last year and a guy who was kind of a fireball. If he catches fire, he can light you up in DiVincenzo. So Randall and DiVincenzo leave the New York Knicks to go to the Minnesota Timberwolves for Karl Anthony Towns. We didn't get an opportunity to talk about this on Sunday.
Yeah.
But Corey, does that fit the mentality of the New York Knicks bringing in a cat? Let's start.
You know what? Big Cat is. I'm Big Cat can fit in anywhere. I will say that there he is a monster on the court. New York could probably use him on the bottom, without a doubt. He brings an excitement to the game that I actually like. I didn't like the trade because I actually liked him and Ant-Man together. I wanted them to kind of bring a lot more excitement to Minnesota. I like the Timberwolves. I didn't see that trade coming, and I ain't gonna lie. From what I was looking at on the internet, I don't think he and his family seen it coming either.
Right.
Like I said, I don't know why the Timberwolves thought that listen, when you hurt, you hurt. And I know he's had his problems too with being hurt, but I like Randall, but Randall and DiVincenzo, are you telling me that this is the answer to get past? To get past the West with these two pieces, I just don't see it. I thought that he did a better job with Ant-Man, man, as opposed to bringing in Randall and DiVincenzo. I like DiVincenzo when he was at the Warriors. Like you said, he can give you a spark, but he's not consistent. He's pretty good. I thought that he was actually a better fit with the Knicks because they had that 4-piece nugget that came from Villanova.
Right. Right.
Add to somebody else, but
yeah,
I don't like it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't like it at all. But
so you don't like it on either end?
No, on either end. Now, like I said, he's gonna fit in. He's gonna do his part because he's an all-star. Mm-hmm. He's a professional. He's an all-star. He's been good since he was at Kentucky, right?
Right.
I've always been a fan. But I don't like it. I don't care for it.
So do you think bringing in Cat, and it's funny because they asked Josh Hart, so how do you feel about your new teammate and Cat? He was like, we picked up Cat.
Hey, dang. He said we picked up. Yeah.
Yeah, so and I don't know if Josh was playing because Josh is hilarious. Like he's probably one of the funniest cats in the NBA.
Is he?
Yo, man, he is hilarious, dog. I listen to him on Twitter, just watch him during the games. There was a time where I don't know if you see, like there's a video of James Harden. He got mad and he bounced the ball real hard on the ground and hit him in his chin. And Josh Hart was right next to him. He's like. Like
what's wrong with
So he wasn't them people, man. So
yeah,
I'm with you, though. I didn't like either one of those trades. I think all of those players play different than what the style is at their teams now. I think the Knicks, we all know Knicks is a grimy team. They're a lunch pail type team. So they're gonna they're gonna keep the score low. They're gonna fight with you, all that stuff. Cat is not that.
He's a finesse big man.
More of a finesse player outside. People got mad at him for not being in the paint. 7 foot. Why you shooting those threes?
Yeah.
So I worry about that not working. And then of course the way Tibbs plays you don't really get much time on the bench. He plays a certain amount of players on his team, and he runs them into the ground.
That's only because they didn't have a bench though. They didn't. He had to. That New York Knicks team was playing with house money, you know, and it was only a matter of time. I think we talked about it on the show. I think you may have said it. They didn't have a bench, so they that burnt out.
Yeah.
You know,
I think Tibbs has always been that though. I think he was like that
Has
with the Bulls. Yeah.
with the Bulls.
With the
Okay,
Bulls as well. Yeah. He likes 6, 7 people. And that's what he's gonna run with.
and rotate. And Cat don't play like that. Yeah,
No, I don't like it. Now going to the other side, Minnesota. I don't know how Randall is a type of player that needs the ball in his hand.
yeah. He
You
slowed
know,
down. Yep.
you know, having him Ant-Man in there, I don't see how it works. So I'm really confused on this whole trade situation, man. And
So Randall gonna be at the 4.
yeah, he's gonna be at the 4. Yeah. Yeah. So
Okay.
Kanisha says, man, the trade doesn't seem to make sense for either team, but we'll see. She doesn't like it as well. And Tawanda says, you hush and pay attention, Lil John.
He ain't gonna do that.
My dad says the Knicks bench will be weaker now. And yeah.
DiVincenzo, he didn't start, did he?
He started in the beginning and then he came off the bench.
Okay.
I think once I think him and Josh Hart kind of switched positions for our starting positions.
So let me ask you this: Who benefited more on this trade?
Man,
I
would say Minnesota because I think they got more help.
Okay.
Than the Knicks did.
Okay.
I don't know if bringing in Cat helps them deal with the Philadelphia 76ers, who made a bunch of moves this offseason. Picking up, Paul George, picking up Andre Drummond, picking up,
big men.
Yeah, picked up some big men, man. And a couple shooting guards, man. So I don't know if they bringing Cat in allows them to deal with that squad. Everybody else in the East stayed the same though. Pacers stayed the same. The Celtics, they said let's run this thing back. The Hawks, let's run this thing back. The Pacers, let's run this thing back. So everybody else, Cleveland, let's run this thing back. Everybody else kind of said, man, we're gonna run this thing back and see where we land up at. So I don't know. Miami, yeah, they all went back with the same squads. Wasn't a whole lot
of Bucks. What did the Bucks do anything?
Bucks didn't do anything either. They went back with the same squad.
So you're saying that it's just the 76ers that beefed up. So let me ask you, as far as because I was gonna go with the Knicks. I thought the Knicks did better because I didn't think that the Timberwolves bringing on those two. You didn't feel in the whole Cat Williams shoes like you said with the threes, and I mean like when he played defense on the bottom. But is Randall a defensive guy? Is he a defensive presence? Does he bring that fire to that team? So I was going with the Knicks. I thought because I thought they stole it.
Okay.
But when you put it that way, I ain't sure.
Yeah, it's up in the air, man. Yeah, it's up in the air. And one thing Randall can bring is some toughness.
Okay.
Some toughness. Somebody that's willing to fight. He's
also a Kentucky guy.
Yeah, also a Kentucky guy. Yeah, absolutely. Out of Dallas. So
he's from Dallas.
Yeah, he's from the Dallas area. So yeah, he's definitely somebody's gonna bring a little toughness, some fight. You're not gonna be able to bully him, and his teammates. So I think that will help them out. With that being said, man, the Hawks, like I said, I don't think they've really done anything to compete.
I'm about to say, what?
Yeah, I think we actually might have got worse because we let go of DeJounte Murray. He's now with the Pelicans. So, let me say this.
What do we get?
We got oh my gosh. We got 2 players. And
on the Pelicans?
For the Pelicans, we got Larry Nance Jr. and then we got
Yeah, he was
Jaden
at
Jaden Daniels. Yeah, Jaden Daniels. I think it is.
we
Uh,
is it Jaden Daniels?
I don't think it's Jaden Daniels. I think Jaden Daniels played for the Washington Commanders. I
Yeah,
think.
I would say it's Jaden. I would say it's Jaden Daniels. But
Um,
they
Tyson Daniels. Daniel,
okay.
somebody. Yeah, yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I saw Larry Nance Jr. at the Falcons game. They were showing him and Trey, and I was trying to figure. I said, well, maybe they hanging out. I didn't even know we had the kid. Larry Nance Jr. And I was like, I remember he was it was Lakers, right?
Lakers, yeah. He started off with
Yeah,
Lakers. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I know he's probably been around world, but I was like, what? Okay, they chilling at the Hawks game, but now that you're telling me that he's on he's
Yeah.
on the team, now I know why.
Yeah.
Okay,
uh,
man.
so awesome, awesome. Okay, well, good, man. NBA season right around the corner, man. So we will have a lot more topics to talk about when the season starts up, man.
Sure.
Like we said, there's not a whole bunch else that we can talk about. I think Russell Westbrook. I think he's been moved on to the Denver Nuggets. I think that made Chris Paul, to the San Antonio Spurs. Those are probably the only little things that we'll probably jump into, and of course, Bronny James with the Los Angeles.
Oh, before we do that, man, I want to send a shout out to the retirement of one of the best point guards to ever do it in the NBA. That just announced his retirement. You know who I'm talking about?
No,
You don't know who just announced his retirement? Who's one of the best Bull point guards that ever came out to do
point guards.
it? Yeah,
Um,
MVP.
MVP.
Yes.
Iverson.
No. To just retire, just announced their retirement. Point guard, Bulls. Then he went to, I think he was at Timberwolves for a little while, but
I think just announced his retirement.
yes, just announced his retirement from the NBA. Does anybody know who I'm talking about? I hope we'll, I
Derrick
mean,
Rose.
Derrick Rose, man, he just announced his retirement
Did
from the NBA. So wonderful career, man. Stellar. I know he had a lot of trouble with getting hurt, but yeah, D Rose, man, I'm gonna miss that killer crossover. But
D
yes,
D Rose could have been a top 10 player ever.
well,
With his trajectory, the way he was moving, man, the way he was going until his injuries happened.
played
Uh,
hard.
that man was, boy, he was tough. I missed that. I missed D
Yeah,
Rose announcing that.
yeah,
Uh,
he just announced his retirement, man. He was at a, I think he, 'cause he just wrote a book, and so he had a book signing. But yeah, he just announced his retirement, man. I think it was like 2-3 days ago.
okay, okay. Well, hey, man, hey, happy retirement, D Rose, man.
So
He stayed on. And was kind of a shell of himself, but it
yeah,
ended
yeah.
up being a good mentor for a lot of the young players, man. I think he finished in Minnesota, and not Minnesota, Memphis, right?
I think it was either Memphis or Minnesota, one of the two. But yeah, he was on the bench. But like you said, he was at that point a journeyman.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think after what they said, 14 seasons,
Mm-hmm.
something
Wow.
like that. So yeah,
Wow.
time flies, man.
Yeah, it does, man. It flies by. Flies by. All right, man. Well, let's go ahead and transition into our last topic. Yes, Chris Paul's at the Spurs. I don't really, yeah,
Man, I don't know what that's about, man.
yeah, yeah.
They said he wanted lob that went beyond him, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. It'd be, and we forgot about Klay Thompson too, moving over to the
Oh,
Mavericks.
I
Yeah,
like that actually. I mean, I think he ended up okay. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. He was ready to go. He was ready to get out of a situation, man. And I think he saw the way that organization was going, and I think he was happy to start over in a new situation, man. Kind of like Devontae Adams is ready to start in a new situation now. Devontae, the Las Vegas Raiders are not seeing eye to eye.
Yeah.
Coach Pierce is not calling them by name anymore. He's calling them 17. Where do you see 17, Mr. Adams, landing spot?
Man, I'm gonna say this first before I say that. I think this is a selfish player. I like him, but he is a selfish player. He left. He left. Listen, man. He
Talk
left Green. He
up.
left. Yeah, he left Green Bay. You know when Rodgers left, he pissed. He didn't want to stay for love. It could have probably been a pretty good 1-2 punch there. He left because he was mad that that they didn't want to give Rodgers everything. Then he goes to the Raiders, and then get mad because they let Derek Carr go in, or get Derek Carr. This is my college roommate or college. I don't want to play with this guy no more. I don't like gonna miss you. Or not gonna miss you, or miss you.
Yeah, March you, Gardner
Yeah,
Minshew.
yeah, yeah. But it's like everywhere he's starting to complain, starting to be a diva, starting to be that thing where I need my catches, all that stuff. But at the same time, is this
Mm.
the Falcons? We made a call, from what I found out. We because we got a different regime now. They gonna at least call to see, hey, what was you looking for?
Mhm.
Because they're asking for a second rounder, and I think you got to pick up that 19 million, right, or something
Right,
like that.
right.
You know, and in my head, as much as I think he is a diva and a selfish player, get rid of Pitts, give him that second, and the swap for Pitts, and then I think they said he'll put us 5 million under the cap or something like that. Pick him up. You know what I'm saying? That'll give us our right side because our defense is a little, it's all right, but if the defense can't sustain, we gotta at least be able to put up points. His target radius is still gangster. You
Okay.
know what I mean? So
Okay.
to answer that question, I would like for us to, hey, throw something out there. But to answer your question, where do I think he would land?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be the Jets.
Jets. Back with his old teammate, Aaron
You
Rodgers.
got it. You got it.
They need some help. They
You
have
got it.
cap space. Um, Phil says talks say KC.
There's no way that KC there's no way that they're gonna do that in their same division. There's no way. There's no way that you give Kansas City another championship like that. I heard the same thing.
Okay.
Talks have been saying that, but there's no way that what's his name? Art Davis Jr.
Yeah.
There's no way he does that.
Right.
Because
Right.
they already heard, like I said, if Rice is it Reese or whatever, if he
Yeah.
has yeah. There's no way you give them another guy.
Mhm.
There's no way. That will let me know that if they approve that, if Art Davis does that, that this league is tainted just to see Kansas City get another. There's no way you do that. You're handing them a championship,
Mm.
or at least they're easy round.
Right. Right. Pee Wee says they say Devontae Adams is going to Chicago. I ain't heard it.
I ain't heard that.
Yeah, I don't know about like that. They have Keenan Allen, Moore over there, and then you throw him Devontae in there too. I think he'll be in the same kind of situation, complaining about touches and the ability not to get him the ball. Caleb Williams is not getting his receivers the ball right now, and adding another hands to the team is not going to help them out, or the offensive coordinator. So I don't think I like that one either.
Well, let me ask you this, because we always say that it ain't gonna be a story unless the boys are involved. I mean, are y'all anywhere near this?
Yeah, you saw them throw it in there. They said we were one of the 2 or 3 teams that were interested in it. That's fake news again, man.
Y'all ain't called.
No, they always throw us in there for some reason, though.
Facts.
We first of all, we have a lot of cap space now. We have money, but they're trying to move that money for next season because we have a bunch of free agents.
Oh yeah.
Arson, other. We have a bunch again next year, so they're
So
just
y'all don't want that problem.
no. We don't want that problem. We don't want that 19 million. We're not dealing with that. And we have receivers that they are comfortable with, that they've drafted that they want to
Okay.
use. So they're going to go with that. And if the Cowboys were really interested in doing something, we just lost Micah Parsons for he's week to week, but we lost Tank Lawrence for 4 to 8 weeks.
So you need someone on the defensive side.
We are slim on the defensive end, man. We are very slim. We would make a move to go get that before we would go make a move to get some receivers.
Okay, so check this out. So like with that, with what you're saying right there. So we know that gonna have Rogers that's gonna be advocating to get him there. They have a problem with that defensive guy that they got sitting on the bench. That what's his name? That's been sitting there. They can't come up with. He wants money. Their pass rush. What's his name?
Yeah, I saw Reddit.
Reddick, yeah, of course. So Reddick wants to be out of there. So that's what we were sitting there trying to figure out. Like if they can, because they know, like I said, he gonna want to go with his old buddy. And Reddick has just been sitting there. He's been practicing, but he has not come to. Well, he ain't come to practice from what I was told. But they're trying to unload him. That could be another way to get your pass rush back. If a three-way trade possibly. I'm not sure, but like I said, where do you see him going, B?
I'm with you. I think the Jets. Kanisha says, "What about New Orleans? He wanted to play with. That's his buddy.
Back with Carr.
Yeah, back with Carr. I just don't think they have the cap space for it.
Right.
But yeah, I think he would love to go back and play with Carr, especially the way Carr is playing right now. I'm sure he would love it.
And New Orleans, because they still got Hill got to get the ball. That new guy, Rashid.
Rashid. Yeah.
And then they have don't they still have Thomas?
No, Michael Thomas is on the streets, man. Nobody's picked him up yet. He's still out there.
Are you serious?
He's still out there, man.
Now let me ask you: when y'all played New Orleans, who killed y'all? Who was the main?
Alvin Kamara.
Okay, Kamara. All right.
Rashid, he had that one play,
that
long play, but Alvin Kamara, 100+ yards rushing, 4 touchdowns.
So he could he fit in that offense though?
Of course. Yeah.
Okay.
He can definitely be a receiver on the other side of Rashid. They got Chris Olave, who actually had a decent game as well. So they got some players over there, and that would be a tough squad, And I'm I was high on the Saints after they beat us because they look like a whole different team, man. But after they saw us, man, they look totally different. They ain't the same.
They were hype, boy.
They were hype. They was hype, man. So, but yeah, no, the boys ain't there. If anything, I think the boys would have went after, like you said, Hassan Reddick. Somebody who's not happy. Pay him the money. Let him, be that other DN for us. But we didn't go after him. We went and poached somebody off the practice squad. But that's so we're not in them spending no money right now, man. So Pee Wee says, man, Phil's fans need a quarterback real bad. And Phil said the same thing, man. They need a quarterback. They need a quarterback bad, man. So
and they acting like they don't know how to play without who they got, Snoop or what is it, Scoop or what's his name?
They got Huntley.
Oh, Huntley.
Yeah, Huntley, boy. That bad boy, Tyler Huntley.
I thought they had a black kid throwing.
That was him.
That's it. Oh yeah, that is. That's his name. Look, I've got to do that. I thought they had a black kid.
But look, I forgot they had so many weapons, but they are obsolete without a quarterback, man. You ain't heard from Tyreek, you ain't heard from Waddle, you ain't heard from A-Chain. Like,
so they said Waddle and Tyreek had 58 yards combined together on Sunday.
I saw something about KC trading back with the Dolphins to get Tyreek back to case
Get it back.
get
Oh
him,
man.
get him out of there,
No,
man.
no, man, no.
So
They ain't finna pay that kind of money in Kansas
no,
City.
they definitely not, man. Definitely not. But let's go ahead, man. We got about 10 minutes. Let's go into these. You got a big game tomorrow, Corey. I don't want you to pick it yet, but I do want to know how you feeling about this is the opportunity to go and fight for the number one spot, in your division.
There's
Against
no,
the Bucks at home.
yeah, there's no secret that our goal was to take the division. That's no secret with involved in that. Because I think honestly, and let's just keep it a buck. Going through your division, I think we were expected because like I said, we played y'all, we played the Eagles, we played the Commanders, we played the Giants. A few days before Christmas. We're going through your division now. We honestly expected to do 2-2, but we wanted our own division. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But at the same time, like I said, the Commanders look good. I know, we got a gauntlet coming down for y'all. It's gonna be a good game. Nevertheless, our goal was to take the division. So to say that this is not an important game, I'll be lying to you. Baker Mayfield looks good right now. He got two good weapons on that offensive side. Um, and they've always been good. And Godwin and
Mike
get
Evans.
yeah, Evans. They've been great. They've done terrible things to us in the past. We look a lot different this year. Like I say, our secondary looks good, and I'm hoping that we can match up with them a little bit. Same way we did with the Eagles. Same way that we did with an offensive juggernaut that we thought was coming with New Orleans. If we can suppress the offense we got in the fourth, we got a chance. That's what I want to happen.
Okay.
So, like you just said, I'm not saying that we finna mollywop them because that's not the case. You know what I mean? Because they just did a number on
Eagles.
yeah, they did a number on. You see what I'm saying? So this season, my wife said it real clear. It's any given Sunday. It's all over the place.
It is.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The Cowboys that we think are happening, like we're worried. You know what I'm saying? Now we're talking about the Commanders being a good team. Not saying that they're bad, OG. I can talk trash because you ain't here, but we didn't expect that. But we knew you made moves. You know what I'm saying? Minnesota is tough. You know, and Donald wasn't even supposed to be the quarterback up there. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Undefeated.
Right.
Yeah.
Your 49ers look bad. And I know you have been worried about them for the past couple of years. That's been your Achilles heel.
It's my Achilles heel. Exactly.
Yeah. So I'd be lying if I said that this wasn't an important game. It is. My wife is going. Unfortunately, I got to work, but my brother-in-law is going with him. But but she will be there. You know what I'm saying?
Awesome.
What do you think?
I think this is going to be one heck of a game, man. I think, like you said, I think your Atlanta Falcons have built your team to beat, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You think this team is designed for them?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Physicality, corners, safeties to deal with pressure, with Judon. So yeah, I think y'all brought these people in to kind of handle what Tampa Bay has done. Like they won y'all division last year. That like you said, you play this year to win your division, and they was at the top of your division, man. So your team is, I feel, has been built to beat them. I think y'all already felt like, y'all had Carolina taken care of. Y'all know how y'all play with the Saints. Y'all always, but the Bucks, was the team that y'all had your eye on, man. So yeah, I think that's what y'all. So you get to kind of grade yourself after this game. Week 5, everybody's played 4. Preseason is pretty much over with now. Now you get to see, what you really made of, man. So
for sure, it will be important.
It's gonna be important, man. I think Atlanta's gonna be live, man. This is your third prime time game.
The difference a coach and a year makes.
Yeah. And the only thing I don't like is it's a short week, and I don't think it's being talked about enough. our short week last week, we took a beating on our players. We're gonna be without three of our players that played last week.
So you don't like the short week because it takes away 3 days of preparing, against preparing your body.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind it, but it does take a toll, and people don't really take that into account. When they go, when you have uh, a struggle game, you
Yeah,
know, you don't. It's hard to get your best, and I think so. The media has been talking about, man, these Thursday games, man, they haven't really been that great, but
mm,
they're not that great because you don't really get a whole lot of time to prepare for it. You don't get a whole lot of time to, you know, recoup either.
yeah.
So,
Because
you
most time practices start on Wednesday,
Mhm.
from Sunday. You get the 2 days off, and then you come back on Wednesday. So I got you. I got you. Yeah.
Yeah,
So you saying these guys, they went right back to practice. You
yeah,
know.
they would, and you're not really practicing. You just, you walking through. You
Yeah.
just doing walkthroughs, man. So, because like you said, you don't want your body to fail on you while you're out there playing, man. So, um,
Gotcha. Gotcha.
with that being said, man, let's go into these game picks. The New Jersey Jets, the New York Jets.
I'm saying what? I said New Jersey got a football team.
Yeah, they're in New Jersey, but they
Yeah.
are New York Jets. They played the undefeated Minnesota Timberwolves Vikings.
Yeah. So
Sam Darnold,
Sam Darnold,
Sam
yeah,
Darnold
makes his
played in
return. Is he coming? Are they coming back to the Jets, or are they playing in Minnesota?
Minnesota. They're playing in Minnesota.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
actually, no, they're not. They're playing in London or somewhere. They play
It's travel.
9:30 on Sunday morning.
It's
So
travel.
yeah,
Okay.
it's
But he
not.
playing against his old squad.
Yeah, playing against those squad.
Okay.
P we got. All right.
I might as well. I might as well stay with him until you knock him off the pedestal. So I'm going with the Vikings.
Yeah, I'm going to Vikings too, man. I didn't like what I saw out of um excuse me. I didn't like
Yes.
what I saw out of that
The
offensive line
Jets.
for the Jets.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they didn't score at all. Then they just had 9 points, right?
9 points. 9 points. All right. So y'all make sure y'all put y'all teams in the chat, man, and I'm gonna go back through and write them down for you all. All right. Baltimore at Cincinnati.
Man. I think you need to recant your statement about the king. I'll give you 10 seconds real quick, and then I'll let you pick.
Yeah. All right. I apologize. King Henry, I was wrong. You are built different, man, and not just your body don't say it, but your play says it too, man.
So you built different.
I, I I don't know what I was thinking about. You're not like Zeke. You're you're a whole different monster, man. 30, 31. I don't care if you're 35, 36, man. Look, I will never doubt you again, King Henry. I,
Thank you
I,
very much.
I apologize.
Look, I'll say this here. What's the kid that he tried to tackle him and got concussed on the thigh?
On the
Um,
oh,
hey man, on the thigh out the game. My wife was like, "Is he concussed?" I'm like, "Look like it." That man was going in the booth and he wasn't coming back. But I like Cincinnati. I like the toughness, but I'm going with the King and their run game is tough, man. So I got Baltimore.
you got Baltimore.
It take a big man to do that, bro. Take a big man.
Hey man, look, sometimes you gotta face up to the own it, bro. Hey, man, and look, they made me a believer. I'm going with Baltimore as well. I'm going with Baltimore as well.
So,
All right. Indy at the Jacksonville Jaguars. What's going on, Ash? Welcome on. Welcome on.
Indy Jaguars.
Jaguars,
Jaguars.
they still ain't won a game, man.
Yeah, I just don't know where they're going, but I'm gonna go with Indianapolis, man.
And I don't know if Anthony Richardson is playing. It might be Joe Flacco again, man. But I'm with you, dog. I'm going Indy too, man. I just don't believe in what Jacksonville is doing. The coach is on the hot seat.
Right.
And
And Flacco came in there and threw a touchdown, So and for what he did for Kenesha them team last year with the Browns, I ain't doubting that dude.
right. All right. Miami at New England.
New England.
Yeah.
I don't. I didn't. Can they beat New England?
Woo.
Miss Jacoby at the helm.
Man.
Has New England won a game?
Yeah, they won the first game. They beat Cincinnati.
All right, I go with New England.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a little cold. New England. I'm going
Is
to.
it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, probably gonna be a little cool up in New England, man. And Miami, they just don't believe in their quarterbacks, man. They don't believe in their quarterbacks, so it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough for them to pull it out, man. So
Now let me ask you before we keep moving, just real quick. They said Tua is showing no symptoms from the concussion. Hey man, she just
he's showing no symptoms because he ain't been hit again. Like
right. You know,
this is walking around with a hat on.
they say, but
That's
they
my
say
so he don't have no symptoms.
he's passed 2 tests so far, 2 concussion tests. What? Should he come back, bro?
I don't think so, man.
Yeah,
I think you said it before on our show, man. It wasn't a regular concussion, man. Like this, it wasn't just the brain rattling.
right.
This was force trauma
Yeah,
to the brain. That makes your arm, go in different ways, man.
right.
Uh,
Yeah.
so
All right, but yeah, I'm just wanted to throw that out there. I ain't saying he's not playing, but he just said he
yeah,
passed
yeah.
2 tests so far. So
Yeah, yeah. There was a meme out where somebody rolled out a little kid in a wheelchair, and they said, "This is Tua," and the coach roll Tua out so they can play.
look,
Uh,
I will say this. So I was watching I can't remember. I think it may have been All the Smoke, but so they brought up that his insurance company has contacted him. You
ooh,
know,
ooh,
so that because I said that he got they got a policy. I think he can get 75% if he decides to leave now. It's like they're basically saying, listen, you can get 75% of this 90 something million or whatever's owed to you if but I think they're starting to look at it like you're starting to be a liability now. You can easily get insurance companies will drop. You
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah. Oh, save them for themselves, man. You gotta save these players for themselves.
gotta save them, man. That means that somebody's sitting there saying, hey, you know, he gonna be scrambled eggs. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
so yeah. But anyway,
All right, man. Your wife's team, man. My sis, man. Cleveland at
yeah,
Washington. Washington looking good. I mean, they are crowning them on all the sports channels right now, man, as the new thing, and Jaden Daniels as a
new darling.
not yet new darling, not just rookie of the year, but they talking MVP.
So let me tell you, man, a good quick stat, man. Lord. So I didn't realize Jaden Daniels played 55 games in college. That man got a lot of games. He got a lot of experience.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you know, he got a lot of good, got a lot of balling behind him. But my wife been complaining about them. I'm going with Commanders.
Well, Commanders.
Yeah,
Kanisha says, I'm picking Cleveland. I'm picking by faith, not by sight.
yeah, yeah. I will. Look, that I'll be the one to push you by you when you stepping out on faith. You go first. I will pick the Commanders.
Buffalo, man, took a beating, giving up 274 yards on the ground to that beast of a monster, Derrick Henry, and that Baltimore Ravens squad. They travel up to Houston to try to bounce back, man. Who you got in this game?
I take them on a bounce back game because Houston ain't the same one we saw last year, but then I think Houston will pick it up later on. But I think Buffalo will come and get them, as a bounce back game.
I'm actually with you with that, man. I think they have a bounce back game as well. I don't think they're as bad as they played. Um, I think they couldn't stop the run, man. And
Yeah,
sometimes it just happens, Styles make fights, and that was a fight they just couldn't catch up with.
yeah.
Um,
And
so
I think they're gonna want to prove that they're a better team without Diggs, and I know Diggs gonna want to probably do something too. But
yeah,
yeah. I want to see them do well though.
the revenge game for both players.
Both players. Yep.
All right. Carolina at Chicago. the Red Rifle. Has Carolina playing better versus this rookie and Caleb Williams, who people are saying that they don't think he's should have been the first pick overall.
I don't know. Roman Doomsday, he's coming back. They say he's supposed to be playing this game, so they got another guy on the right side. I I'm going with my heart here because I don't like how they did Bryce Young.
Uh,
So I'm gonna go with this because I want them to lose. You know, I'm not saying I'm not wishing anything bad on the Red Rifles, but I don't want them to win. You know,
okay. Okay.
so I'm gonna go with Chicago.
So far, Corey, man, you and I have picked the same teams thus far, man. I'm going
Hey,
Chicago as well. I'm going
yeah,
Chicago.
all right.
So, all right. Las Vegas, with the disgruntled Devontae Adams, versus a Denver team, man, that shocked everybody last week.
Gotta win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got to win, man. Um, who do you got in this game in Denver?
I ain't got no dog in this fight either, but I'm gonna go with Denver.
I'm gonna go Denver.
Yeah, who you got?
I'm actually gonna stay on the Las Vegas side, man.
You want to
I
stay on the
think,
Vegas trip?
yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna stay on the Vegas side. I think they get back to back wins. Um,
And they just beat Cleveland.
yeah, they just beat Cleveland, man. So I'm gonna stay there. Arizona at San Francisco. I picked against San Francisco last week because I thought everybody was out. They seem to have everybody back except for
They don't have McCarthy.
they don't have McCaffrey. Yeah,
No,
McCaffrey.
maybe you have McCaffrey. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, he may be out for the season. Um, yeah, so
that's what he get for not inviting no black people to win.
talk to him now. I'm going San Francisco.
You go with San Fran.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with San Fran, man.
I'm gonna go with Arizona. I'll take Arizona.
To Arizona.
Yeah,
I just I was I was becoming high on
you
Kyler Murray.
trying?
I was trying,
You
man.
trying?
He let me down. Back to back weeks let me down, man. I can't mess with him no more. All right. This should be a good one, man. Green Bay at the Rams. Green Bay at the Rams. Jordan Love will be back. The Rams playing with a bunch of backups, but they still got
Hey,
that guy, Matthew Stafford over there, man, who's always gonna have you in the game. Who you got in this game? That's so
hey,
far.
man. I used to ride with him, man. I used to just, I know this is a toss up with me, but I'm going Green Bay.
Going Green Bay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go to Rams at home, man.
All right.
Green Bay will have to show me. I can't just keep on giving them props because what they did last year. They're gonna show me something.
Dotson supposed to be back.
Who is?
Dotson, wide receiver. I forget.
Oh, the speedster.
Yeah, he's supposed to
Okay.
be back this week too. So I mean,
Okay. Oh
yeah.
no, Dobbs. You talking about Dobbs?
Dobbs, yeah,
Dobbs.
Joshua Dobbs. Yeah.
Okay. All right. New York Giants, man. They travel up to Seattle, who Seattle just got they heads beat in by the Detroit Lions on Monday night, man. Man went 17 for 17. They ran the ball. They did what they wanted to do against Seattle.
Gino went bad, so I'm
No,
gonna go back. I'm gonna go with Seattle.
they bounced back. Okay. I'm actually gonna go out here on a limb, man.
What you about to
I'm going to football Giants, man.
do? Okay.
I'm going to Giants in a sleeper.
Okay. Tell me
Right.
why.
They actually have some players over there, dog. That
Because they played y'all hard.
yeah, they played us hard. They played us
Yeah.
hard. Yeah,
I'm saying, is that why? Is that
well, they played. The week before that they beat Cleveland. The week before that they barely lost to the Commanders. By 3 points. And
Mhm.
like OG said, because their kicker got hurt, they probably would have won. So their defense is actually playing pretty well.
Okay.
Yeah, so I like what I've seen out of them, man. And then Daniel Jones is not turning the ball over. If he can play ball without turning the ball over, that gives them a chance, man. So that's my
Okay.
sleeper. Yeah, that's my sleeper. New Orleans at Kansas City. It's a Monday night game.
Yeah, I need New Orleans to take another L.
Yeah,
And it seems like the NFL has probably already got that in place.
yeah.
So Kansas City,
Um, I'm actually gonna go New Orleans on this one too.
dude.
Just because KC, they still haven't fixed that wide receiver room. I thought, with Rice being out, man, that they would have jumped out and went and got somebody. They didn't go get nobody yet. So
Yeah.
they depend on Juju and some people that don't really show up. So I'm gonna go New Orleans. New Orleans, they can't slide. They can't keep sliding. That they gonna fall way behind in that division, man.
I'm about to say, look, do it. Fall, look, fall.
Man, Thursday night, let's go to your team, man. Tampa Bay, Atlanta. You already said how big this is.
Look, I've been keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? Sort of like how I did with my dogs, but can't do it with the Falcons. Falcons got to pull it off. So I'm going with the Falcons, bro. As much as I respect Tampa Bay and think that they're a tough, well coached team,
Yeah,
I still got to go with my squad though.
I like it, man. I like it. I hear. I was listening to somebody on my route, man, talking about Baker Mayfield don't play well inside of domes.
Okay.
I've never heard that before. But he was an Oklahoma guy. He went to Oklahoma. He said he saw it. He saw it up close and personal, man. So that's what he's saying. And I'm going Tampa Bay still. I want to go with Atlanta. I do want to go with Atlanta, but I think Tampa Bay is a good team, man.
Do you still have seats?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. My daughter's going to the game.
Okay. I'm about to say you ain't said nothing about a seat yet, bro.
Look, we were trying to find somebody Sunday to go to the game. Like, Tom, we got to get these tickets away. Dang it.
Look, you sound like us. And then Kanisha was like, you gonna take out? I'm like, trying to take out, but I'm like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm still up in there. My brother and I probably go, but I can easily go, hey, no, I'm going, but
No.
it all depends on how I feel tomorrow.
Right. All right, man. Last game, man. Sunday night game. My Dallas Cowboys travel up to Pittsburgh. The Terrible Towels and Rodney's team, my brother's team. We down some players, but the Pittsburgh Steelers are down some players too, man, on the offensive line. So
I will say this here, as much as I wanted to go, that ticket did not go down. You know what I'm saying?
no. This is what I ended up doing.
Okay.
I'm flying into Cleveland. And we're driving 2 hours to Pittsburgh.
I know that's right. Oh.
No, it is so much cheaper to do it that way, dog. So
I ain't even think about that.
Yeah.
Now are you still going to try to get tickets there
Yeah.
for the game?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So, wow. Yeah, good. Yeah, no, So you flying into Cleveland and gonna drive to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And then try to get a ticket when you get there to the game. Where you staying?
We're staying at the Holiday Inn Express
In Pittsburgh.
in Mount Pleasant.
Where is that?
40 minutes away.
Oh, yeah, I'm out, man. I'm out.
Not bad. It's not bad. Look,
Okay.
40-minute ride. Look, it take me 40 minutes to get downtown. Look, I ain't worried
Ladies and gentlemen, this man gave me the top line hotels. And look, and he should have got this ticket months ago. You know what I'm saying? He talked, yeah, we're gonna stay here at the Indigo Suites and Indigo Glow and the Marriott. Listen, man, hey, it's his own fault because he was talking about it months ago and he just he don't do it, But I will say this here. I should have when he asked me about it months ago, and the ticket was less than $200. I was like, yeah, it'd be fine. It'd be fine. And then my wife kept saying, hey, man, you tripping. And then she go, you ain't bought one yet. I said, we're going to look, we don't have tickets. We're going to get tickets there. And then she was like, y'all not doing this right. And she said, are you sure that what Gator said? I said, that what he told me. Oh, my God.
Look,
Oh, my God.
this how bad it is. A Dallas Cowboys beat reporter.
Yeah.
He works for NBC as well. Thought his flight or hotel was booked. Called him up and they said, "No, we didn't work for you." He was like, he said, "What you mean?" They was like, "Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, your name's not on here." So he went to try to book somewhere else. Everything was sold out.
That's crazy.
He looked at his flight. They didn't have him down for no flight. So he went to go try to book a flight, and everything was booked up. He's like, man, you have to, like you said, you got to fly around to get to where you're going now, man.
Yeah.
So,
and I will say this here, with the changes that the company that we both work for has made since then. I was coming in at 2 in the afternoon, so the goal was because it's a Sunday night game. I was going to leave that Monday morning, but now I come in at 11 in the morning. So even if I were to do that, I mean that 11 to 2, I had a good chunk of time that I could fly in and just go straight to work. So now it's just
right.
it ain't good. But with all that being said, I need some get back. So I need the Cowboys to take back what I missed on game 1.
Mm-hmm.
I need y'all to take a dub, man. I'm going with the Cowboys.
My dog. Rodney is going with the Pittsburgh Steelers 28-7.
What's up?
He ain't getting no points. They ain't scored 28 points all year.
I'm about to say, is Russell playing? Who's playing?
Look, I'm hoping Russell playing, but they saying they gonna run with Justin Fields, man. I want Russell to play.
You want Russ?
Yeah, I want Russ.
That first game back, you want Russ?
Look, I want Russ. I don't care if it's this 8th game back. I want Russ out there. Look.
you think you got more trouble out? You get more trouble out of Justin Fields than Russ?
This is Lamar Jackson 2.0. I don't want to get around. Doggone Justin Fields.
Lamar Jackson 2.0. Is that what you just said?
Yeah, Lamar Jackson 2.0, man.
Boy, you tripping, man. Come here up, man. Here up, man.
Look, this man threw for 312 yards last week and ran for 55. Look, man.
Did he throw for that much? You sound like Bobby Bryant.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Yeah. So, all right, man. Episode 37 in the books.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Great show, man. Great job, Corey, man, bringing that heat pick out to Katie's most hot fight.
Let's get it. Look, we held out on our WNBA, but we'll get that when the OG come back.
When OG come back, man. We may be off on Sunday. Corey, where you gonna be, Corey?
You know what? I'm not sure, but
if y'all might be able to get on there. Yeah.
Might be. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. We'll see. But we thank y'all, man, for rocking with us. Everybody that's out there. There we go. My dog Roddy Lil John, James Little John. You see it, G. Put some respect on that Buckeye's name. What the Buckeyes do?
I don't know what she's talking about.
Roddy
she wore a Buckeye shirt to the Falcons game. And it was 3 people that said, "Why you got on a Buckeye shirt?"
Yeah, Pop, you're right, man. My dad says Russell's prone to throw at least 2 kicks. So my dad, my Bill Harris, Roddy John said, $20. Let's do it, baby. We said Pittsburgh 43 Clown Boys.
What's up?
So, yes, my dog Al Lassiter, Tawanda, McCullough, Ashley Page, anybody else I may have missed, man. Charge to my eyes, not my heart. We love y'all. Remember to keep your head on the swivel and keep God first. And don't forget, man, the tailgate, the TCY crew, our first tailgate, man, November 3rd. We can't wait to see y'all out there, man. The Evite. What is it?
Eventbrite.
Yeah, Eventbrite. Hey, the link is out there, man. Check it out. All right. We love y'all. We'll see y'all maybe on Sunday. If not, on Wednesday, 8 o'clock, man. We love y'all. Yeah. OG, man, we miss you, big dog.
For sure, man. Get it right, man. Get it together, man. I'm glad that the family's good, and we'll see you soon.